Hi everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today I have an unboxing for you. This is my first unboxing video and I'm pretty excited about it. It's an early Christmas present from my husband, and just want to show you what's in the box. Okay, here's my Christmas gift from my husband. This is a Singer Patchwork 7285Q, and this was on sale at Joann's. I don't know, 55 to 60% off, I'm not sure exactly. And this is going to replace my Viking 500 that I've had for almost 30 years that broke down on me 3 or 4 years ago, and I never got repaired. And when I looked at the cost of repairing that machine and buying this one out, so I went ahead and picked this up yesterday. My husband told me just to go pick it up, so I did. And so I'm going to unbox this and we'll look at it together. So it got a lot of features on it that I've been looking for a machine, and I just could not bring myself to spend, you know, $1,000+ on a sewing machine at this point. But I really did need one, especially with these applique blocks that I have. Just a cardboard piece. And here's the quick start guide, and it has a DVD in here, and it's called Ready Set Sew DVD. And let's see, these are paper scissors, so I'm going to go ahead and use these to open this, just to look at it real quick. So it has a nice chart on here for, you know, how to get it started, and you know, how to plug everything in. It shows all the parts of the machine, how to, here we go, how to thread it and everything. So and then we have a manual, and this DVD is a complete introduction to sewing machines, so that'll be interesting to look at. Now, I do have a lot of vintage machines, and I love my Singer 1591, and I still have that out. I haven't put it away. This machine, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. I may have to well, I'm going to have to rearrange something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but we'll find out. So anyway, this is packed real nicely. I've got the power cord here, and this little box does not say what it is. Okay, this is an even feed foot right here. Now this machine is supposed to come with four extra feet specifically for quilting, this is one of them. And here's the cover, and it's a canvas type cover. And then this is the extension tray, which is one of the reasons I bought this. My Viking 500 had an extension tray with it, and it just really comes in handy when you're piecing or doing large projects, because it just extends your work surface. So it's really helpful when you have you know, a portable machine and you don't have a built-in table for it. This comes in really handy. And then the machine is in here, and there's something else back here. I think this is the presser foot, or the foot pedal. Yeah, so it's a standard foot pedal. And I'm going to put this on the floor because I can't lift something heavy like this. I have to do it from the floor, so let's do that. There we go. So much easier. So it's packaged really nice. You know, we've got all the styrofoam around it. There we go. So there's the back. And there's the front. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to get a little closer so we can see it in a little bit more detail. This is the compartment with all of the attachments in it, and we have a buttonhole maker right there, and everything else is in a plastic bag. So I have a couple of bobbins, looks like there's 3, and I think this takes it's like a 15A bobbin. It's not a regular 15 bobbin, so I'll have to get some extras of those, that's for sure. Okay, here's one of the quilting feet. This is like a hopping foot. It has a spring on it, spring loaded, so kind of like a darning foot. We've got a pack of needles that go from size 80 to 90. So 11 to 14. Oh, there's a 16 in there too. So it's a good size needle. It has some felt pads for the spools. So those will go up there. And then there's the spool caps. There's a large one, and then here's a small one. And then here's the cover for the feed dogs. And here's another smaller spool cap. And I got a spare spool pin. I think that could probably go here so that you could do 2 threads at the same time. Let's see, you can't see that. There we go. I put that here in this position right there. So you can run 2 spools of thread at the same time if you want to. Okay, this is a lint brush. It's kind of bent in there, and then it has a seam ripper with it. You can never have too many seam rippers. And then here is a couple of the feet. I have to look and see which is which. The book will tell me. There should be, okay, here's a rolled hem foot. That's this foot here. It's a rolled hem foot. This is a key that's for all the screws in here. There's one here, there's one up here, one up there. So adjusting tension and changing needles, there's the key. And a zipper foot right there. Okay, this is the one I was interested in, the 1/4 inch seam foot. Need that for when you're a quilter. And this one I'm not certain. I'll look that one up. And this one, there's I'll have a clear all-purpose foot, and actually this may be for embroidery because it's got a channel in the back, so that might be the embroidery foot. And And I think, let me look these up. So I think I know what these are, but I want to make certain. Okay, this is called a darning plate. That's what they're calling this now. But that will go under your feed dogs. It's your darning plate. That way your feed dogs aren't moving and you can move your fabric underneath there. Number 12 is a satin stitch foot. So that is the plastic one here. It has a lot of space under there, a channel, so that when you're doing satin stitches, you know, those are thicker and heavier and they won't drag because when they build up. So this is they're calling this a satin stitch foot. This one is for blind stitching, like hems, a blind stitch hem. That's what that one is for. And then of course we've got the buttonhole foot, which is here, which, let me get that closer so you can see it better. We're doing white on white, so that's kind of hard to see. And number 15 is the 1/4 inch foot, which I already showed you that. That's this one, which is very important to me. And then 16 is the overcast foot. So that's, okay, this is the overcast foot right here. Okay, so those are all the feet, the darning foot. So we have 3 different sizes of spool covers, the key, some needles, lots of things to play with. I am going to have to get some new, some additional bobbins because this, you know, I have dozens and dozens of bobbins for sewing, and this isn't going to be enough for me. So I'll have to go get some more of those. But it's nice that they will all fit in here. So just put all those in and store them away. I'm going to be playing around with my blocks and my 12 Days of Christmas blocks. I'm going to be working on these. So I need to do all the embroidery around the edges, decide what I want to do with those. And I think I'm going to do a buttonhole stitch. And one of the reasons I've got this machine is because it does have a buttonhole stitch on it. And a lot of the machines don't have that stitch unless you find one that is geared towards quilters. So since this one it does have it. Here's the reverse button here. This is the needle position up or down. So whenever you stop, you can stop with the needle down, or you can stop with the needle up. And this is the start and stop button, so that you can just push the button instead of using your presser foot. So I'm going to go ahead and load some thread on here and start playing with it and show you what that looks like. Okay, for the time being, until I figure out a more permanent place, I've put this on top of the cabinet that my 1591 is in, so that I can just kind of get used to it and see what all I need to do as far as rearrange the studio so I can accommodate this machine. I'd like to have it in a permanent place so that I don't have to keep, you know, taking it down and putting it up whenever I want to. So so far all I've done is plugged it in, and I put some thread on the horizontal spool pin, and I've got one up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the extension plate, and that looks fairly simple. I just have to remove the accessory box and then just slide it in. So there we go. Just had to line everything up. And let's see, I have to move the machine a little bit. I'm going to try that again. Okay. It has the foot here that I had down. It needs to be up. So now I've got it up. that's better. Just this a little bit more. So this is going to be, this table just barely fits. It fits on here. I've got about 2 inches on my right side and 1 inch on my left. So it'll work for now. I may have to get out my 6-foot folding table and set it up again. What that's going to do is block part of my design wall though, so I may have to do that anyway, but we'll see how this works. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. There we go. So it also has a needle threader, which is kind of nice. And oh, it has an extra bobbin in here too, so good. I got another bobbin. So first thing I need to do is to wind a bobbin, so let's see how we do that. I'm ready to do a test sew on this, a test run. So let me find some fabric. Okay, I have a scrap of some dark blue, and see what happens. Has a whole different sound to it from what I'm used to. Okay, stitches are good. You can see I kind of like not having the foot pedal. I don't know how well that's going to work when I'm doing stitching around applique and stuff. I probably will have to use the presser foot so I have a little more control. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, this is giving me a really wide stitch, much wider than I want for any applique. So let me adjust that. And try 4. That looks better. Okay, so here we have, this is the setting that came on at 7 millimeters wide, and this is 4 down here, which is closer to what I would want. Now these stitches might be a little bit further apart than I want, but I can also adjust that. So we'll see what we can do with that. I'll set that to 2. And let's see if that's, yeah, see these are closer together now. So lots of ways you can adjust. You can adjust your needle tension and your the bobbin on these modern machines are preset at the factory, so you really don't have to adjust that unless you just want to. This has been really fun. I'm going to play around with this a little bit more and see how it works, and I'll keep you updated. So I hope you enjoyed this little peek into my new Christmas present, and I think I'm going to really enjoy it, and hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links, and to keep up with my newest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.